Hey everyone, it's Jamie from IndependenceStNola and Seasons and Ritual. And oh shoot, I don't know which one. And Helen for the Crimson Cadaverous. And we are in the kitchen because I'm in Alabama right now and she is in New Orleans. And we are here for our weekly celestial chat for the week of 11/21 to 11/27. We are moving into Sagittarius season.
Yes, got just moments more left on Scorpio season.
It's just the way it is. Thank you, Scorpio season.
Yes, thank you for all the transformative, intense messages from Pluto.
Yeah, they were learned.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I feel like this Scorpio season, I thought about Pluto a lot, but I didn't talk about Pluto a lot.
Yeah, actually, he didn't really factor into a lot of things that were going on. You know, like that whole T-square thing going on. He was like one of the only planets not involved in that.
He's like, I've done enough. I'm just gonna hang out.
It was his season. He's like, it's enough. You can't take it if I do too much to you.
Right. That's right. Okay, so let's start with Monday, which is today.
Yes.
I'll put this up after we do this, but it is today. I was traveling, so thank you for being patient.
Of course.
So today the moon was in Libra.
Yes, finishing up the time in Libra.
Yes, it was squaring Pluto and Capricorn.
Yep. And I had mentioned to you earlier today that that was something I noticed we've been dealing with every moon cycle for the last few years. Is right before the moon moves into Scorpio, because of the placement of where Pluto is in Capricorn currently, we will always have a square from Pluto. So we have an opportunity, we're challenged to release something before we even go into the depths of those moon and Scorpio waters.
Thank you.
Yes.
Also today, well, let's say this, what time it is now? It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yes.
PM Central Standard Time. And so by now the moon has moved into Scorpio.
Yep, we got that moon in Scorpio and we're in the deep waters.
Mercury has been conjunct Venus.
Yes.
Or started today.
Right, which I think is actually really positive because it's helping us communicate and think about the things that really matter to us, which in turn is helping us, you know, discern what we need to release and what we need to keep kind of going into this new moon cycle.
Right. And like you said, I think it's really interesting that the moon is moved into Scorpio as we finish out Scorpio season.
Yes. It's kind of like that last little bit of, you know, we gotta come to terms with things. We gotta, you know, look at what we've transformed.
And then Mercury is conjunct Venus. And so Venus is the divine feminine. Scorpio is a water sign, which is a feminine sign. And so like you said, with Mercury conjunct there, it's a good conversation to have with ourselves.
Yep. And I think that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Venus is, because she is the divine feminine, she does like to talk and soothe. So it's important for you guys to remember that when we talk about Venus, for sure. So Tuesday, 11/22.
11/22. It's Tuesday. It's 2222. Yeah, we've got the moon and Scorpio forming another T-square that we've been talking about for a while. That energy of the moon and Scorpio opposite the North Node and Uranus and Taurus, and both squaring Saturn in Aquarius. So we've talked about in the past how with T-squares it's a challenge, but to break the tension of that challenge is to complete the T-square, turn it into a grand cross. That would be the missing fixed energy, which here is Leo energy.
It's you.
That heart-based energy.
Yeah. That heart-based energy, which again, I find very interesting because love, right? The energy of love is really what conquers all, soothes all, heals all. And so in the moon in Scorpio, right, is kind of learned to me. I mean, I'm trying to keep this so it's not too long, but basically that moon in Scorpio is highlighting because now we're in the dark moon phase. So we're kind of going back and releasing those stories that no longer say who we are. And by doing that, we are nurturing ourselves. And because we're having this, it's opposing the North Node in Uranus and Taurus, right? And so Taurus ruled by Venus. Also, that North Node is what we are striving towards.
Yes.
Right. And then that's squaring that Saturn in Aquarius. That's that tension, like we talk about, that square. But it's like, where is it a good tension where we've become mature?
Right. There's definitely a lot of maturing energy with that Saturn, especially in Aquarius.
Yep. So, and then also today, the sun enters Sagittarius. So it's kind of like you said, it's like that last, like, kind of tension.
Yes.
Before we go into party time.
Yep. Because, we've had that tension for a while, and it's been challenging us to level up, but it's intense. And
it is.
That's the beauty of this time of year, is we go from the super intense Scorpio season where we're digging deep and things are mysterious, they're a little intangible. And then we go into Sagittarius season where, we're fun, we're adventurous, we're fiery, we're optimistic, we're kind of looking at the sunny side of things. And it's like, I think we need that shift after that, deep dive of Scorpio season.
I agree. And I'd also like to point out too, like, I really feel like we go into that Sagittarius season, especially after this Scorpio season, I really feel like we've learned a lot about ourselves.
Yes.
Really see where we've matured. And where we see how we can nurture ourselves better.
Yes.
And how to let things go.
Absolutely.
And then we're ready to party with Sagittarius.
Yes. And then, of course, the next day when we have that Sagittarius new moon, it's definitely party time.
I know. And then we were talking about, so we were talking about how the new moons are lining up with the seasons, right?
Lining up with the planet stationing direct.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So pretend like I didn't say that, you guys. We're gonna start over. So Wednesday is the new moon, and on that same day, Jupiter stations direct.
Right. And this is a Jupiter ruled moon, with the moon being Sagittarius. So it's perfectly lined up with, this reflective time we had with Jupiter. That's coming to an end. He's kind of coming out of hiding, so to speak.
He's ready to party.
This beautiful, new moon in Sagittarius, ready to just kind of get the party started.
Yep. So if you guys don't know, Jupiter does rule Sagittarius. And so what we listened to this podcast by Molly McCord, where she was talking about the new moons were lining up with their ruling planets turning direct. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. I know, this is weird. I feel like you're way over there. I feel like I'm shouting at the computer.
It's okay. It's like we're next to each other, but we're so far.
Yes. But we're still having fun because it's about to be Sagittarius season.
Yes, thankfully.
Yes. Okay, so Thursday, the moon is still in Sagittarius. This is the day after the new moon / dark moon. I gotta get into saying this dark moon stuff. I'll fill you in on it later.
Okay.
So Thursday, moon is still in Sagittarius.
Yes.
It'll be conjunct Mercury and Venus.
Yes.
And conjunct means it's right on top of each other. So Sagittarius is like right in the face of Mercury and Venus.
Yeah. So all that energy is merging. So our energy, of our feelings, our energy of like how we communicate, what we value, what matters to it, all of that is kind of merging. And again, this really fun sign of Sagittarius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you guys, so lots of good communication.
Yes.
Right? Sagittarius.
Like optimistically communicating about things, like seeing the bright side of things, being able to tell other people you see the bright side of things.
Right. Which then that's how we can bring in that sextile with Saturn and Aquarius.
Yes.
Sextile is 60 degrees or 90.
Yes. Yep. 60 degrees, 2 signs away.
So it's still got a good flow.
Yes. Right. Very harmonious. Yeah. So it's definitely allowing us to build something on this, build something on what we actually value, build something on, what we're talking to people about.
Yeah, build on the fucking revolution, man. It's here.
Yeah, exactly. That Saturn in Aquarius definitely wants a revolution.
And it can be like, like I always say, like the what I always say, the rebellion, the spiritual rebellion, but like, oh, the consciousness of rebellion, but like you're just not going into
Revolution of the mind.
what did you say?
I said a revolution of the mind.
Right, but you're going in and you're like you're doing something with a purpose, you're just not going in just to fuck shit up. Like you're going in to fuck shit up because on the other side you can see what it's supposed to look like.
Right. It's something new,
like.
innovative that's better than what we had. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Friday the moon is in Sagittarius, but it will be moving into Capricorn.
Yes. But before that, we've got another T-square going on.
See, I was trying to gloss over it.
Yeah, but that's all right. This one's a mutable T-square. I don't think this one, there's a challenge, but I think it's actually kind of a fun challenge because of course we've got the moon in Sagittarius for it.
Mm-hmm. So
I was gonna say we also have Mars in opposition in Gemini, and then all of that is being squared by Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces.
So let me go over this with you. The moon's in Sagittarius.
Yep.
That moon is opposing Mars in Gemini.
Yep.
Okay. And so you guys, Sagittarius is mutable, Gemini is mutable. And listen, Mars is on vacation in Gemini.
Yep.
He's having a good time.
He's reflecting.
He's listening to records.
Yes, he's definitely doing that.
Yeah. And then it's the moon in Sagittarius also squaring Neptune and Jupiter.
Yes.
Who's in Pisces.
Yes, and they're both on vacation too. Oh wait, nope. Jupiter just came out of vacation. Excuse me. So Neptune's still on vacation now.
Okay. And so Sagittarius, Gemini, and Pisces are mutable.
Yeah.
So as you always say with the T squares or that T feeling, in order to break the tension, you have to bring in the fourth mutable. Well, in this way, it's the fourth mutable sign, which would be
Virgo.
Okay.
So what we're doing with that is, if we're going to break the tension, whatever Friday brings, organization, to-do lists, practicality, bringing in more routine.
Okay.
Revamping our routine, that's definitely the way to counter whatever challenges we're faced on Friday.
And also see what can be resolved.
Yes, definitely the resolver. And absolutely, especially when the moon moves into Capricorn, that's definitely going to be a helpful energy.
Yes, right. Because then the moon will move into Capricorn. Capricorn is our friend of work.
Yes.
He is our sea goat.
Yep. So Capricorn energy wants us to get back to work, and the Virgo energy, that we're finding is helping us do that.
Yes. Sea goats and virgins all around on Friday.
Yep.
Okay, so Saturday seems like a calm day. The moon is in Capricorn, which, Capricorn is a fixed sign, fixed earth. And then it's trining the North Node and Uranus. You say Uranus, I say Uranus. That's probably a song.
Whatever, tomato, potato.
Yes. So the moon in Capricorn will be trining the North Node and Uranus and Taurus.
Yes.
So I mean, Capricorn's not fixed earth.
What am I saying?
Cardinal Earth. Okay, thank you. Moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is cardinal Earth and Taurus is fixed Earth.
Yes.
This is happening on Saturday. So take it away.
So so we're having that trine there. And basically with Capricorn, of course, the moon kind of has us getting back to work, getting back to that, practical energy, that we haven't exactly been sitting in, with like the Scorpio, super intense Scorpio moon, and then like the super fun, adventurous Sagittarius moon.
Mm-hmm.
So that Capricorn moon kind of just brings us back to work, brings us back to a practical place. And the North Node and Uranus trining it allows us to feel comfortable with the changes that have been happening recently.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
And let them kind of like streamline them into what we're already doing.
Right. And you made me remember when you were talking that when you said that Capricorn is that cardinal Earth. And so that moon is our intuition, right? So it's like sparking ways to, you know, I always say this, we've been saying it a lot, maybe it's just still like the theme, but like practical intuition, like how he could use it practically.
Right.
So that moon in Capricorn is there. And as we said before, trining North Node in Uranus and Taurus, that North Node in Uranus, I know, I'm 12. I know, I'm an idiot. So that North Node in Uranus, in Taurus, it's what we're striving for, right? And
Yeah.
Taurus is ruled by Venus, the divine feminine, but Taurus is also stability, practicality, creativity.
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of creativity in there. And I think we forget to talk about that with Taurus, because of course, Taurus is a Venus ruled sign and there's always the creativity in there. We always think about that with Libra. We don't necessarily always think about it with Taurus, but there's a lot of creativity there because it's the earth.
I know.
Yeah.
So I've been beating that one too with the every time I say Taurus, I'm always like, you guys are very creative.
Yeah.
And the Turanians are like, oh, I am. And I'm like, yes, you are.
Oh yeah. Tauruses I know are very creative.
Yeah. But I agree. I agree. So Saturday, you guys, creative energy. And then also like you made me laugh because you were talking about like it's literally going back to work, and I literally have to go back to work on Saturday.
Yep.
And I have to go back to work doing what I do, so I'll be using my intuition.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you, Saturday. Yes. And then Sunday, the moon in the morning is still in Capricorn, and when the moon is still in Capricorn in the morning, it'll be conjuncting Pluto.
Yes,
it's right on top of Pluto.
Yep. Merging energies, which is a little different than what we're experiencing right now, currently on Monday, which is that moon squaring Pluto. So like moon squaring Pluto is a challenge. Moon conjunct Pluto is like a merging of energies.
Yes. Okay. And then, and also that same day, it'll be sextiling Neptune, Jupiter, and Pisces.
Yep. So that energy, you know, that's 2 signs away, 60 degrees. That energy, again, is a very harmonious energy, you know, between 2 very dreamy planets right now. Neptune and Jupiter are very dreamy in Pisces right now. And, you know, to have that right at around the same time that we have the Pluto conjunction is helping balance out that intensity.
I think so too.
Yeah. And it's kind of almost like, again, like adding some like kind of like watery energy to it to kind of water it down. So it's not, again, with Pluto so intense.
Yeah. And that moon in Capricorn, it's like we said earlier, it is initiating. Right. So it's time to start initiating. Like, I feel like we were talking about, like, it's not intense. So, but we've got to start initiating those dreams. We've got to let the old stuff die. Right. Because it's right there on Pluto. Pluto's like, how can we transform this?
Yeah. Let the stuff from the paradigm die.
Yes.
Which is perfect because later on in the day, the moon moves into Aquarius, the future.
And we're right. And so it's ready to bring in that rebellion, right? To say, okay, like, let's do this. And the moon is like, yes, let's do this. I love the moon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, it's going to be a good week, you guys. It's a holiday week here in the United States. And no matter how you decide to celebrate this holiday, I always ask that you do give thanks.
Gratitude is so important.
It really is. And even if you're giving thanks to the idea and the fact that a lot of people have changed this holiday, so it does remember everyone. And like we should not whitewash the holiday, but like really talk about the holiday and how we can come together and celebrate. So
yeah,
however you guys want to do it, it'll be good, but just to give thanks for sure. Okay, Helen. Thank you for meeting me. Thank you for meeting me in the kitchen.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions or want to reach out to us, I will be doing a new moon video. Helen will be doing a blog, if you will. She writes about it on her Instagram. And then I'll put one up on my websites. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on my Instagram or her Instagram or my YouTube and her YouTube. So thank you for doing this. Thank you for your patience. This was a comedy of errors that no one knows but us. So I'm going to try to get
technology, right?
Technology. I'm gonna try, and I'm Aquarius. I'm supposed to love technology.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
but does it love us?
that's true. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'll work on that with
We have to, you know, give some offering to Mercury or something.
I was gonna say I gotta figure out which is the best day to like have a talk to the gods about that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, until next time, have a safe holiday and we'll see you soon.
Bye.